Right, welcome everybody to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Chris Phelps, and my co-host and very good friend is Mr. Dave Horrocks.
Hey there, Chris, and hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. We are covering Love Island UK Season 7, Episode 40, Chris. We're getting there. We're almost there at the end. Now, oh my word, the way that finished tonight... I don't know what to say about it. I mean, where do you want to start, Chris? Do you want to start at the end and that weird smell in the air?
Yeah, I've got a lot to say, Dave, but I don't know whether it's going to make me very popular or unpopular. I think the whole thing is bullshit. I think the whole thing is a contrived way of getting Jake back on side with the public. What Liberty did was fantastic. And I have complete respect for what she did, and she attacked him, and she said the same things we've all been thinking. He's never said he loves her. You know, he's affectionate. Everything she said was on point, but the way she forgave him, for me, was bullshit. He was always going to say he loves her at that point. One, because he's desperado and he has to, and his excuses was a load of shit. And I don't believe that she forgive him so easily after all this stuff that we had built up over the last few episodes.
I mean, she is a bit younger, isn't she? I know she's smart, but she's just... I mean, she's 21. Because I think on our Patreon chat, we were all like, oh, it's coming. The L word's coming. The fucking cynical bastards that we all are. You know, but I don't know. It's just... It seems like a naivety thing. She'd done so well, hadn't she? She'd torn a few strips off him. Chris, I didn't realise it was 4 weeks ago she said she loved him.
That's bad.
That's a long time, isn't it? Yeah, to go without saying it back. But the fact that he's just said it now when he feels most under pressure, he felt in that conversation that it could go. It was almost a breakup discussion, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then so he throws his Hail Mary in there, and then she just falls for it, and it's like, oh, come on. Surely you are not buying into this bullshit.
No, and I agree. I was all for Liberty, Dave. The complete, everything she said, it was brilliant. She said to me, I said I love you 4 weeks, like you said, and you've never said it back to me. I'd never realised that. I was like, Jake, you absolute see you next Tuesday. Then it was like, how much do you like me? You know, I feel as if you're making me into a mug. You don't communicate. And you're right, he was just fucking weaseling his way out of it, Dave. It was so obvious what was coming. I just wasn't expecting her to just literally just fucking collapse. The whole thing, it was like fucking putting up a load of matches and then all of a sudden someone throws a fireball at you. It was always going to collapse, Dave. I'm like, oh, Liberty, please, the whole episode has been about Jake and the way he is, and we had the game even telling you what the public think without doing the Twitter game. This fucking voting thing is there, Liberty. Another red flag, and you've not took it. You've fucking... I'll be amazed, Dave, because this for me is she's not going to not see out the rest of the show with Jake now, because she's gone otherwise. There's a chance of winning the money, so she's got to play the game with him.
Well, I think she's taking it at face value. You know, again, she's not seeing it as us cynical old souls are seeing it, you know, just this desperate play. He knows how far he is from the end. He even started to say something like that, didn't he? He's like, talked about being close to the end and that. And I think what was interesting tonight, all the way through, it wasn't just about Liberty having doubts, you know, because we saw the end of the kind of stripper night, didn't we? And they were having a bit of a conversation there. And again, he was saying to her, wasn't he, that he was saying Liberty's his type, which is, I think, about the most romantic thing I've heard him say, Chris. You know, apart from "you're my girlfriend," "you're my type" is, you know, about as close that we can get to "you're beautiful," "you're stunning," or any of those things. But she seemed to kind of get over that, and then it was the public perception game, wasn't it? So not quite the Twitter game, but they had to figure out who was first, second, and third in all these different categories. And I think the one that kind of really stuck the knife in was the top 3 one-sided couples, which Jake and Liberty, of course, won. So I think she'd been through that kind of roller coaster tonight. As we left it in the episode, she's on cloud 9. He said the words, not the words to take the black up on the North Wall, Chris, but the words to win her heart over. But I think because all the other girls are sort of talking about it as well, about, Faye was saying about Jake showboating. And, Chloe seems to have her head screwed on as well. She's sniffing a rat somewhere. So it looks like in the preview for Sunday night that, at least Chloe is going to say to her, do you really think he means that? Or he's just saying it because you've confronted him?
And Dave, and that's what a good friend should do. That's exactly what a good friend should do. Look, if fucking Faye is telling Teddy that he doesn't think they're going to be together outside the villa, you might as well get your bags and fucking pack them now, because if she's dishing out advice on relationship, their relationship is fucking doomed, Dave. But I don't think she's wrong.
And Toby advising Jake as well. It's like, come on, guys, just give up. Give up now.
Get your bags and go home. What I would say is, as well with Jake, is he's not giving Liberty the respect that she deserves. He is literally stereotyping her as this dumb blonde, and she's a very, very clued on girl. I'm just so disappointed in the way her whole argument and reason collapsed at the end. He was always going to say he loves her because he's in the corner, but I do think that Jake, again, showing her no respect, and his game playing's being exposed, Dave. I do not believe they will survive outside. I really don't. And I think a family may have something to say with it. It's, in some respects, I mean, we were talking about it today, me and Sam, and that, like, what he did about telling her not to go over there, and this showboating thing I'd never seen until Chloe had said it, and Faye. And yes, it is, like, the cameras and all this. He's all aware of it. Well, is he someone who's massively in debt, Dave? This could be. He could be on his. I mean, he said he got a BMW. They're expensive cars. He's a roofer or whatever he is. He's not someone who we've ever seen before in anything. So that money might be a lifeline for him to survive. So he might literally just be doing whatever it takes. We can't see that. We've got to take it at face value, what he's doing to Liberty. It's not nice if he is, but it's just difficult. You're taking advice from these people, and I'm like, but last week, yous are all up shit creek. I mean, fucking Faye is nonsense. I think it's all the producers led this, Dave. Like what's happened with Faye, and she's blended into the background. Now everyone's going at fucking Jake. Jake's needed some sort of comeuppance since the first couple of weeks. We've all seen the little snidey things he's done. But again, it all's playing into the final week. The bullshit helicopter dates, the fucking surfing, sat by the beach dates and all this crap. It's all playing. Look, I love it, and we're so like slating it, but it's all playing into this, and there's going to be these big love story arcs. They're obviously going to be in the last 3 couples, Dave. It's so obvious now. And Liberty's too popular because everyone feels sorry for her, like Teddy is with Faye. Teddy and Faye are going to be there. I think the last final 3, Reality Radar, and this is about as predictable as anybody can say, so you can all have a go at me, is them two, Liam and Millie, and Faye and Teddy. They're going to be the 3 couples, Dave, fighting it out, I think. And that's... And look, it's Love Island.
I think Kaz and Tyler have got a shout in there as well,
Yeah, I do think so. But then fucking Tyler's slagging Kaz off one here tonight, and I'm like, oh mate, shush, don't get involved.
That was a bit weird, but let's come back to that a sec, because I want to take issue with one of the things you said there, because why do you think Jake has been treating Liberty like she's a dumb blonde? And I of all the things that I've seen Jake do, I don't ever recall seeing that.
Because I think that because of his game playing, he didn't think she would see what he's doing. If he is not genuine, Dave, there's 2 sides to that. And when she's called him out tonight, I was so pleased for her. I was like, oh, yes. I just don't think he's given her any respect, Dave. And the whole thing has been that cliche of, oh, she's fine, I can pull the wool over her eyes. Well, unfortunately, you can't. She's backed you into a corner by calling you out completely. If you were genuine, then fine. But also, I would say, if he was genuine, he wouldn't have said he loved her. If that makes sense. Because there's been a reason he's not said it. I think the reason is because he's fucking blagging her. But he now says it because he has to say it because their relationship's going to be over and he's staying in the village is probably going to be over. So, do you understand what I mean? I don't know if that articulates right, but...
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with the Hail Mary. And, you know, if there was a reason that he wasn't saying it, I didn't see why that reason wasn't a reason tonight when he did say it. So I get all of that. I just think he's trying to... I do think he is playing a game, but I don't think it's to do with anything about how smart Liberty is. I think it's just he's coupled up with a good-looking girl, coupled up early. That's the tactic that generally works in this game, doesn't it? And I do think he is playing, but he is being called out, and we've been saying it for a while now, haven't we? And it's just interesting to see them actually talking about it in the villa as well. So it's not just us being cynical with it. It does, I've not said this for a while, Chris, but if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, usually a fucking duck.
That's going to be your fucking motto when you leave this planet, I think, Dave. That is a fucking...
I'm gonna get the t-shirt made up.
Yeah, I'll be like that in years to come when I'm like in my 80s. I had a friend called Dave and he had a great saying, and I'd be like, go on, you've told us before, but tell us again. But yeah, no, I agree. I do agree with that. I think again though, Dave, just little snippets. Why did Tyler dig out Kaz? Because that could affect his own relationship.
That was very weird.
Yeah, because Jake could go to Kaz now and he could still do that when we watch the episode on Sunday. But that's opening up another fucking can of worms for them.
Yeah, was he thinking that maybe there was something off? They came third, didn't they, in the most one-sided couples, Kaz and Tyler. So I don't really get that. I don't look. After Tyler kind of came back from Casa Amor, he looked dodgy as fuck, didn't he? He looked very, very flaky. But since then, you can't really argue with them together as a couple. So I do think it was very, very strange for him to dig her out tonight.
No, so for me, and look, this is someone speaking who's been married for 22 years tomorrow, Dave. It's mine and Samantha's anniversary, so...
Nice.
I still get it wrong on a daily basis.
You can recount all the same stories and take the abuse for it.
Yeah, and what Tyler, and this is from one older statesman to a young buck like Tyler, is... Don't ever dig your fucking missus out to one of your mates where there's a potential of an argument, because... When he goes for your missus, you'll probably end up defending your missus and then blowing your mate out going, I never said that. Don't do that. Someone who's done that, it doesn't work. Tyler, take the advice, son. If you're going to say something, speak to Kaz. Don't speak to Jake and call your missus out. I think that's just an immaturity thing, Dave. I think as we get older, we just get fucking clever and go, you just got right, yeah, to your mate. But you would never dig your missus out, Dave.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Schoolboy error indeed. And while we are advising young Tyler here, the bit of advice that I would throw out to him is, if you have a movie that is very special to the two of you and you've got a special edition Blu-ray there, don't crack it open so it's difficult to conceal the evidence. And also, don't do a podcast and tweet about it that you've watched it without her. I think that's decent advice as well, isn't it?
Oh my God. Yeah, so anybody who don't know what we're talking about, my and Sam's first ever swap of some sort of media was True Romance. I lent her True Romance because, it's Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette, and I lent it to borrow, and we watched it together when we actually got together. So I bought it on Blu-ray, special edition a few years ago, never watched it for years. Me and you were going to review it, weren't we, Dave? And we said, I'll watch it. Me and Sam were going to watch it together. I'm home a lot earlier than Sam. I thought, I'm going to have to watch it because me and Dave need to record. Totally forgot. Week later, it gets released, the VHS strikes back, and this is only within the last few months, so I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. Sam gave me a fucking roasting, because we were supposed to sit down like it was 1998 again, Dave, and I got a bollocking. And you laughed your fucking cock off like you're doing tonight when I told you.
Yeah. So we can all be susceptible to the odd schoolboy error.
Yes, even now, after all these years.
Oh dear. But
word.
yeah, I think that might be much ado about nothing with Tyler. I think it was ill-advised. I mean, you're on a reality TV show. I'm pretty sure all of these narcissists, Chris, will be watching as soon as they get home and they've done all their interviews and all of that has kind of dried up. So, I don't think she's gonna like that. But I mean, anything else catch your eye from the different games, the top threes that they had?
Well, just sort of to do with the presenters of the top 3 games, Dave. I've got a theory. Now, I did talk about this on the Discord channel tonight. Just hear me out on this. This is #RealityRadar. Chris Phelps, Bureau Investigation, is back open, David. So, Brett, right, he's an unusual looking guy. Look, he's a better looking guy than I am. He's got the body, he's a male model. But he's also a male model because he has a twin brother. Okay, Dave? Just listen to what I'm saying, okay? This is my prediction. We have seen twins before. We saw the 2 blonde girls a couple of series ago on the UK one. We saw Josh and his other brother in the Australian one, twins. We've seen it before on a few of the different...
The other one.
Yeah, the other one. One who looks like him. His brother, him, Dave. But there's 2 theories to this. His brother's going to come in on the last week as a last-minute contestant, because if you look at all the publicity and Instagram stuff, they're promoted as a couple of, twins. Or are we going to get, like they did in the Australian one, but they were contestants, to be fair, the switcheroo on the date, Dave? Do you remember when they went on a date with the same girl and didn't tell her? Are they going to do something like that? Just a little theory, but that would be one of the reasons, because Brett seems to stand out so much. This would make sense for him to pull something out the hat, like a bit of a rabbit out of the hat. So, you've heard it here first, people. That's about as reliable as me giving you the lottery numbers. I'm pretty sure that won't
happen. If they were going to do that, I'm pretty sure they'd have already done it. Like, they did it with Josh and his brother. I can't remember either. Yeah. No, they did it before they went into the villa.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I just can't see that. But I tell you what, Chris, what got my back up again, and I don't know if this is just a bias. It's the whole fucking Boris Johnson thing as well. But when the question came up about most intelligent couple, and Priya and Brett take themselves off to first position straight away, and then he's like, oh, well, if we hadn't have won this, I'd be very upset. And I'm like, you fucking arrogant prick. I am not liking Priya and Brett, to be honest, Chris. Not one bit.
No, I agree. And when she's got her glasses on, she reminds me of Shanice, Dave. Remember Shanice and Luke from the last series? The UK one?
Yeah.
She speaks like her a bit as well. And Shanice was very, everyone hated her at the start, and then she became quite a favourite. They're still together. They're still a strong couple. I'm the same with you, Dave. She seems to think she's better than everyone. And when she's trying to talk about things, look, let's be honest, most of the girls are talking about they're doing all sorts, Dave. We've got oral going down, full sex, fucking finger blasting, fucking whatever they're doing.
What's 4-0, Chris?
I don't know whether that means you've had 4 fucking hand jobs or something to none.
I mean, they keep talking about a hat trick and 3-0. I was thinking 3-0 was probably the epitome. That was everything. But Teddy said he was 3-0, but then he was 4-0 or something. So I don't know. Has he gone back for seconds, thirds, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. But when Priya's doing it, it's like, oh my God, he kissed me on my cheek. All right, okay, Priya. No, look, there's no problem with that. I'm not saying she should have fucking sex on live TV, on reality TV. I don't say whether that's right or wrong. It's your choice. Everyone has their own minds about that. I completely respect if she says she doesn't, but they just don't fit in. Her and Brett look like they've just walked onto a fucking chavtastic campsite and they've turned up in a Range Rover and the best fucking tent you've ever thingy, and they're sat next to fucking Onslow from fucking Mrs. Bouquet with his straw vest fucking and skiddy fucking undies on a summer, and they're all there having a fucking giving him a beer and that, while she's there going, oh my god, I've got mud on my wellies, you know, that sort of person. They just do not fit in, maybe because they've got a fucking bit of intelligence about them, but as a spectacle watching it, she seems to, I mean, Brett doesn't really, to be fair, but I think she really does. She has started looking down on some of the girls, I think.
It's not a nice vibe at all. But I tell you what, Chris, also in that most intelligent vote, what do you reckon to Millie and Liam coming second? Who is voting for these?
Liam, all right.
I'm not having that.
All right, that's all he says. All right, yes, all right. That's all he says all the time, Dave. So I don't. Maybe Millie is a fucking mastermind. I don't know. It's fucking nonsense.
But they were talking about the fucking Latin signs and stuff, weren't they? And he was going, I don't know, is that French, Spanish? Do you remember? Because she'd done the old seize the day, or whatever the bloody hell the Latin phrase was.
Cartus DM, whatever the hell it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is fully. But yeah, I remember it was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
I think it was probably more. You know, if Liberty told Jake she loves him 4 weeks ago, I think it was probably around then. It's possibly 4 or 5 weeks ago. But I don't have them down. If I was doing the voting, I don't think I'd have Millie and Liam second.
No.
But I tell you what, Chris, they are, I think the producers are already gearing up to push forward Liam and Millie as the favourite couple. And I tell you what, when we get into the dates next week, I bet they have got the best date.
That's a good point. That's a very, very good point, actually, Dave. Because we've seen it before, haven't we, where one of the couples ends up in a fucking field with a violinist and with a load of fucking cockroaches and fucking dragonflies stinging them. Someone gets a helicopter and someone gets some magnificent fucking stately home or villa, don't they? You can just tell who they're backing. Yeah. Completely. It's not fair. It's not like they say you've got £1,000 per day or fucking £5,000 per day. You can clearly see somebody goes, hang on, we've still got another day here and we've got 250 quid left. Oh fuck, right, okay. What have we got in the fucking props? Because
picnic for you.
Yeah. Couple of baguettes and some fucking Lay's crisps. You'll be fine with that, and a bit of fucking what's it in Spain? It's not. It's
couple
cava,
of cans of Stella.
A bit of cava. You'll be all right. €5, no problem. But you're right, Dave. That's a great point, and I will not disagree on that, because I think that's coming as well.
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that really stood out from tonight?
Nothing really, Dave. I think it was. The thing is, they've been quite slow the last few episodes, and this one was good. And I really ramped. I was all for Liberty. Like I say, it just fizzled off. But everything else around the games and that was fucking bollocks. There was not a lot of chat going on, was there? I'm still down for Chloe and Toby to win at the moment. I really am.
Yeah, I mean they actually broke the bed, didn't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they just look great together. I think for some reason, Chloe was trying to figure out why they weren't higher up in the most intelligence competition, but I think they got the funniest couple, didn't they? So that's a good one to get.
Dave. It is. Now, Dave, I believe we've had a voicemail.
We have, and this was from a couple of days ago, and I think Joe has the same effervescent enthusiasm that we have for this last week, Chris. So if you just bear with me, let me try and share my screen here.
It's not another apology, is it, Dave?
Here we go.
What a load of old shit. That episode was terrible. I've literally, this morning, only just caught up. And can I just say, thank God for catch-up TV, because not only was it a shit episode, it also did mean that on the recoupling, now we're at the horrible stages where we know who everybody's going to couple with, and they're all going to do some crazy, oh, it's like I've known you my whole life, and about bullshit. It meant I could forward through all of that. So the episode only actually took me about 25 minutes to watch, which was nice. I do have to say a couple of things. One is that I thought Priya and Matt could have got together and won this. I think she's made a real error with Brett, who, by the way, I don't want to be horrible, but I don't get either. I'm with you, Dave. Do not understand that at all. I think she had good chemistry with Matt, and she said like she wanted to rip his clothes off and she wanted a bit of a snog sesh with him. She actually said that she was really attracted to Matt. So I don't know why she's gone the other way. But anyway, it's bloody stupid. And so therefore bored with them, bored with everyone. I think that I think that the producers are all over monitoring social media. And I think that there was this bit of a movement the other day where everybody was like trying to gather the world round, the world, the Love Island viewers round, to say that they wanted Aaron and Mary to win because everybody else is horrendous. And I think that is the very reason why we did not see them in yesterday's episode, because the producers are like, oh no, out of sight, out of mind. We don't want them to win. Because you'll notice too, we didn't see Kaz and Tyler either. So I don't think they want them to win. I think this is the last, whatever it is, couple of weeks, week and a half, I don't know when it is. We are going to see the thing edited in the exact way that the producers want. In terms of, we want the final 3 or final 2 a certain way, and therefore that's who we'll show. I can't believe I don't want anyone to win. I want Teddy to win by himself. That's it. No one else. Fuck off. See you guys. Have a nice holiday, Chris.
Awesome.
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, Dave.
Joe's and your theory on Mary and Teddy, how's that coming along for you?
Right, fuck off, Dave.
You know what? Wouldn't Teddy and Liberty to win it? That would be a great couple, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Now, they're 2 good-looking people, but with 2 kind hearts as well, Dave. That would be perfect for them both. I agree, Dave. Now, Dave, we haven't got any emails this episode, but we do have another Patreon. We're now running at 28 Patreons, Dave. So this is absolutely amazing.
That's amazing.
Oh, mate, unbelievable. It's so humbling for us both, isn't it? So I'm going to do this in reverse order. Reverse order.
Reverse honour?
Reverse honour. That sounds so wrong.
Manking court.
I don't want to reverse on anybody, but anyway, well, let's just do it anyway. So, if you do want to support us, patreon.com/CD RealityCast, and I always say social media @CD RealityCast. You've got to email us, cdrealitycast@gmail.com. So here we go. Big thank you today to Kent, Lucky Lulu Green, Lauren, Tracy, Hayley, Hennessy, Susan, Priscilla, Ed, Hannah, Dee Dee, Katie, Libby, Helen, Joanna, I've had to breathe, Dave, Zoe, Amy, Claire, Noreen, Jacqueline, Neve, Chloe, Brianna, Charlie, Abby, Helen, Shern, and our newest Patreon, Lucy. So thank you, Lucy, for joining. Hopefully you're over on our Discord tonight watching along with us. So Dave, again, fucking amazing, all these people supporting the podcast.
It is absolutely fantastic, and the ongoing chats, the watch party is so much fun. It's definitely, we thought it'd be a bit of fun, but it's been a lot more than that. It's way exceeded my expectations, to be honest. And I haven't mentioned it for the last couple of weeks, but again, just a reminder that If you're based in the UK and you're thinking about maybe getting married with someone who's not from the UK, then 90 Day Fiancé is coming up, and they're looking for people to audition for the throughout August, and they'll be filming from September through to early next year. So we'll pop the links to the show notes if anyone fancied that. And it seems like we've had a few comments, haven't we, on Facebook and stuff, that 90 Day Fiancé does seem to be one of those that people enjoy and think we should watch that. And there's a bunch of spin-offs as well. I'm thinking, oh, crikey, are we biting off more than we could chew here? It's a bit like The Bachelor with all the different spin-offs. But definitely want to check that one out when it comes out.
No, good stuff, mate. Good stuff. So, Dave, we are in the home stretch, my friend. You are having a well-deserved break. And, I'm at the back end of my holiday. So we will see everybody back on Monday for another episode. So thank you for all your support over the last nearly 6 weeks as we're going to the 7 weeks, isn't it? So nearly 8 weeks by the time this finishes. So thanks a lot, guys. And we will definitely be doing something after this, but we do need some sort of break because we do want to get our lives back on track as much as we love doing all this. So we will be announcing what we're going to do next. So you'll hear from us anyway. We won't be going anywhere.
Absolutely. All right, mate. It has been great to speak to you again. Have a lovely weekend. I'm up driving early in the morning, so I shall bid you adieu, and I'll speak to you on Sunday.
Have a good time, mate. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye now.